If you're looking for the best free 99 ways to market your Shopify store, this is the video for you. Because let's face it, spending thousands of dollars on Facebook ads or influencer marketing campaigns may not be within your budget right now. And trust me, not too long ago, my checkings and savings was a little disgruntled too, so I'm with you. But I promise you, this video will give you all the fundamental marketing strategies you need to start driving the right people to your Shopify store expeditiously. The first strategy I recommend implementing is developing a social media content plan. When it comes to getting free traffic to your Shopify store, using social media can really be top tier. The first step in developing your social media content plan is choosing what platform you want to use. Now, since there are so many social media platforms nowadays, it may be hard to decide what social media platform you want to be on. I always recommend having at least one long form platform like YouTube or maybe a blog, and one short form platform like Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. Once you decide the platform you are most comfortable with and you think you can be consistent with, the next step is to identify the type of content that you want to focus or zero in on. To make this process smooth for you, I recommend focusing on 3 types of content. The first is transformational content. The goal of this content is to demonstrate change, okay? The second is educational content, which is focused on teaching or informing your audience. And finally, inspirational content is meant to appeal to the emotions of your audience and inspire change. Sounds easy enough, right? Now, you don't have to limit yourself to just these content types. I definitely recommend experimenting with different content styles because every niche has little nuances, right? And you might find your audience responds better to a certain type of content. However, generally speaking, the 3 types that I've mentioned have been found to increase sales across the board for a variety of different content creators from all niches. I personally want to walk you through what some of these content types can look like so you can have more of an idea of what I'm talking about so you can incorporate it for yourself and your store. So let's talk about transformational content. The most popular way to showcase this content style is through before and after videos. Being able to see a transformation occur in real time is impactful, and these videos are highly desirable. Everybody loves them, and they work in every niche. I recently watched a transformation video of one of my favorite cars, the Toyota Supra, that was super dope. I found myself, after watching the video, going to a Shopify store and looking up parts and everything. So now, cross your fingers when I do buy the Toyota Supra, I already know what Shopify store I'm gonna go to get the parts that I'm looking for. This experience was kind of funny to me because I realized that one of the main marketing strategies that I preach as a marketer was being used on me. And oftentimes we fail to see these strategies at work from a consumer standpoint. But consider thinking about what strategies work for you as a customer and what things get you to pull out your wallet and spend cash. And consider these same strategies for your potential customers because they work. Now, all you have to do is create this same style of content and just try to get creative and have fun with it. Now, let's move on to the second content style, which is educational content and what that looks like. Honestly, you can create this content in a lot of different ways. Remember, the goal here is to inform and teach. Therefore, there's a lot of room for creativity here. Think about how you can appeal to a diverse group. You can create a whole behind the scenes vlog and showcase your product and how it's made. You can explain why your brand is different from your competitors. You can share your brand story and how it got started. The list goes on and on. So really studying your audience can help you create educational content that would be the most impactful for them. The last content type you want to create is inspirational content. When creating this type of content, you want to consider what exactly does your potential customer really care about, and does your product help accomplish this goal? This type of content may be a little bit more difficult to create. So what I like to do is look at brands that inspire me personally and look at their content and figure out, why does this content move me? what elements are in the video or text. Then I try to recreate it for myself. Now, I know I covered a lot here, so if you have any questions, comment them down below. And if you could do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. We are almost at 10K strong, and I would love for you to join the tribe. Okay, so moving along, the second free strategy you want to utilize is SEO, or better known as search engine optimization. If you're not familiar with SEO is valuable because it ensures that when people Google or search the products that you're trying to sell, your website is among the first to pop up. Now, keep in mind that it can take on average anywhere between 6 to 12 months for SEO to start kicking in on your website, especially if you're in a super saturated niche. However, over time, your website starts to build domain authority, which essentially just helps your Shopify store rank easier for the specific keywords that you are targeting for your Shopify store, but I will get into that a little bit later. Even with all that being said, SEO is still one of the best free traffic sources you could ever want. There are a few action items that you definitely want to consider and implement right away to optimize your Shopify store for search, just to get the ball rolling. The very first action item is to make sure your site is being indexed by Google in the first place. All this does is allow Google to find your website so they can recommend your site for users looking for your products. You can do this by submitting your sitemap to the Google Search Console. There is a full write-up on Shopify that will walk you through step by step on how to do this, and I will link this in the description down below. The second SEO tactic you want to consider is creating a blog for your Shopify store. Blogging is a great way to drive traffic to your Shopify store that I don't see stores using enough. I recommend creating at least one blog a week to get the best results possible. The third SEO tactic is making sure your product pages, URLs, and images are properly labeled. Even though Google is very sophisticated, it still doesn't know what your product pages and images are unless you tell it. So spend time properly labeling all of your images and product URLs. The final strategy that you want to utilize is affiliate marketing. The goal here is to get affiliates or influencers to help promote your product. In return, they make a small commission. So the first thing you want to do is set up your affiliate program on Shopify. I recommend trying out the UpPromote app since they have a free plan and it's pretty easy to set up. Also, you can always upgrade later as your affiliates grow, and it integrates with a lot of apps that you may already be using. So now that you have your program set up, you want to start reaching out to potential affiliates that you would think would be interested in promoting your products and aligns with your brand. You can find influencers on virtually any social media platform, but YouTube and Instagram and TikTok are my personal favorites, but make sure you find their contact email. I have personally found a way better success rate rather than sending a bunch of cold DMs. Also, to save time from writing a message from scratch, every time you want to reach out to influencers, you want to make sure that you have a drafted message already pre-written. In this message, you want to let the influencer know who you are, what you sell, and the commission split for signing up, and why you would like to work with them. Another thing you may want to consider is giving your products away at cost to the possible new affiliate. I know for myself personally, when I'm approached for affiliate deals, I never promote products I haven't used or wouldn't use. Now, free marketing strategies are great and I love them, but I'm here to tell you running paid advertising, specifically Facebook ads, can really help drive traffic and sales quickly to your Shopify store. Not to mention, you can get started with an extremely small budget. So check out this video right here where I show you step by step how to run Facebook ads effectively for your Shopify store.